Good job. I don't know if I like the result, but how old are you? Are you sure you want to do this? Because the problem is that, when you plead guilty, life is hard enough as it is. And when you continue to rack up convictions, all you're doing is you're hosing yourself. It's really hard to get a job. When you start getting all these convictions, you're just making it so much more difficult, man. I don't remember what he had in Louisiana, but I hope that's resolved. Okay. Just straighten up, fly right. If you're hanging out with bad people, don't. Because they're just going to bring you down. What you're doing now is you're pleading guilty to this offense. It's going to go on your record. It'll be there for the rest of your life. This is an enhanceable offense, meaning that if you ever run from the cops again, you will be charged with a felony offense. You're looking at years instead of days. You understand? So no deferred, anything like that?
Yes, Judge. The only offer is the jail offer.
Okay. So, Mr. King, you're charged with evading arrest or detention. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 22 days in jail with credit for the 22 days that you've done. By pleading guilty to this offense, it's going on your record. It'll be there for the rest of your life. You can never take it off. So you give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to test on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So it's final today and forever. You want to do this? How do you plead to the offense, sir? I'm going to find you guilty. I will follow the agreement. I'm going to sentence you to it. Good luck to you, sir. And I'll roll the court costs. Okay. Good morning, Mr. Eli. Good morning. How are you? You look great. When you're clean, you look great. You coherent. The unfortunate thing is that we got to keep you here for that to happen. So you said right now in the felony court that there's nothing, right?
No, I checked last night. Looking for ribs, meds, warrant, blood.
Looks like they just got a lab report yesterday, so they're still getting evidence as of now.
I don't have that, but, and I think that it's going to take a while to play out, Shreya.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to hold as well, because I'd like to see what's going to happen, because I'm not giving up on you. I'm going to see where this plays out, and I'd like you to go into treatment as well. I think that's the appropriate thing that is needed in us. And I don't know what it's going to take to get your attention, but hopefully we can somehow before something catastrophic happens, where you end up with a very lengthy prison sentence. So, Shreya, let's just track it. So you're set for the 10th of March. We'll set you for the day after, and we'll see what happens.
Judge, we can be the week after.
Of course. Absolutely. All right, Mr. Eli, we'll see you soon. Mr. Samuel, you were charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 1 day that you've done. You need to understand that by doing this today, this charge will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. From now on, if you pick up any more cases, you will be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. No more slaps, the proverbial slaps on the wrist. It will go on your record. So if you were pulled over in a car and an officer comes up to you, they smell alcohol, and they see that you have a prior DWI, it's probably not going to go well for you. And if you're not in this country with permission and you do any kind of jail time, get ready, because immigration will probably put a detainer on you. Do you understand?
Yes.
What I'm trying to tell you is that even if you have a sip of alcohol, I wouldn't get into a car. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. you give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it will go on your record. You can never take it off. Is this what you want to do?
Yes.
How do you plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty?
That's
I'm going to find you guilty, sentence you to 3 days in jail, give you credit for the 1 day that you've done. DWI is big business. There is a $3,500 surcharge that normally applies with this type of case that you would be required to pay. We all make mistakes, but the idea is that you don't continue to make decisions that endanger other people. A second DWI is a $6,000 surcharge. If you pick up a second DWI, get ready because you'll probably get took. Do you understand? I will waive it for you now. But if you don't make any right decisions in the future, get ready. Did you say guilty? I did plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty.
guilty.
I will send you to the agreement. Good luck to you, sir.
How was the drive-through inspection?
90 days.
Sorry, guys, didn't have my coffee this morning.
Me too. I forgot it in the car. If the other case, is this still open upstairs as well, or does
Yes,
this?
but we're hoping to get that resolved based on this.
Got it. Do you have an agreement with that? They're going to do?
We have not yet been added to that case. I'm just an associate standing for Mr. Adams, so I'm not sure what communications they've
Does
had.
Mr. Adams represent him upstairs? Do you know?
I don't think he's been signed on to that case yet, though.
All right, Mr. Henderson, you're charged with terroristic threat. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 20 days in jail with credit for the 20 days that you've done. You need to understand that this charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. It's very possible that if you continue with the same course of conduct, that they can use this to enhance you. You could be potentially facing a felony offense if you continue with the same course of conduct. You understand?
Sure.
So it would be very, very careful. You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it will go on your record. You can never take it off. You understand?
Good.
Do you still want to do this?
Good.
How do you plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty. I will follow the agreement. I'm going to roll your court costs so you won't owe anything. Good luck to you, sir. Thanks. Please see the clerk. Eris Armstrong. Ms. Armstrong, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing, thank you so much, Deanna. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge. On February 6, 2025, the officer observed a vehicle on Katy Freeway, failing to maintain a single lane and swerving into adjacent lanes. The officer paced the vehicle at 72 miles per hour in a 60 mile per hour zone. And while pacing the officer, the vehicle continued to fail to maintain a single lane and fluctuate between speeds of 68 miles per hour and 74 miles per hour. A traffic stop was then initiated, and the officer made contact with the defendant, observing a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage. The defendant stated she dropped her phone, and that's why she was swerving. And she further stated that she was coming from a bar and admitted to consuming 2 shots of tequila. Standard field sobrieties were conducted. HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 3 out of 8, 1 leg stand 2 out of 4. The defendant was read the DIC and considered a breath. The results were 0.145 and 0.156.
And I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, I'm going to revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand, ma'am? Can you run the license, see if she has a valid license?
Eligible, Your Honor.
All right. As long as you have a valid license and liability insurance in your name, you may continue to drive. Just be careful. For now, I'm going to have you get a Victoria, sign a reset. I'll have you get with Felicia for bond conditions, and then we'll just have you with. Okay, ma'am? Please. You were Ms. Self. Ma'am, you're charged with driving while your license is suspended. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am. Just don't say anything at this point. You have the right to remain silent. I don't want you to say something that hurt your case, okay?
Yes, Judge. On February 5th, 2025, the officer clocked the defendant traveling 45 miles per hour in a 30-mile-per-hour zone on Northgate Crossing Boulevard. The traffic stop was then initiated and the officer made contact with the defendant. The defendant handed the officer an expired Texas driver's license found to be not eligible, and the defendant admitted to not having financial responsibility or insurance for the vehicle due to past traffic fines not being paid. The defendant further stated she did not have coverage for the vehicle because she knew the driver's license was expired and that she owed fines.
And I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. So can you run it now? Make
Yes,
sure
Judge.
that it's suspended.
It's not eligible, Your Honor.
Ms. Self, I'm ordering you not to drive. This is a condition of your bond. I don't care what your excuse is. You cannot justify getting into a car. I don't care if there's a medical emergency. If you don't have a license and you don't have insurance in your name, you are not allowed to drive. Do you understand? You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. If I find that you do, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. It's an offense in and of itself.
Expired or suspended?
That's something that you're going to have to find out. It is your responsibility to go to DPS and find out, hey, what do I need to do? I can give you the phone number, but it's your responsibility to call them and figure out what you need to do to get it back. This is the number to the driver's license division to DPS. When you call them, you must call them at 7 in the morning. Do not call at 8:01, 9:30, because you'll never get through the phone lines. You have to call right when the phone lines open up, which is at 7 in the morning. You'll get through and you need to ask them what you need to do. You need a lawyer for this case. Would you like to apply for a court-appointed lawyer? Okay. I already have it on file, so we don't need to do it online. All right, I'm going to have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. I'm going to get you to Victoria to sign a reset. I'll have you take a seat in the jury box while I find you a lawyer, okay?
I'm back again for Mr. Herrera. We ended up resolving the case this morning through a plea. We went over, I got the
It
contract.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
But you sure this is what you want to do? Okay. Jesse Herrera, come up. So it looks like you guys were going to work out a PTI, but now you just want to plead guilty.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
You have to understand that this is a lifetime decision. So don't take it lightly, because once you do this, there's just no turning back. You can't come back next week and it's like Target where you want to return it. There's no buyer's remorse here. Yeah. Okay. If you were 18, it'd be something else, but you're older than 18. So you understand that actions have consequences, right? All right. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers, the right to be arraigned, charged, read in open court. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, it's done. It's over forever. You can never appeal this. Do you understand? How do you plead to the elements of driving while intoxicated? Guilty. I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to sentence you to 6 days in jail. I'll give you credit for the 2 days that you've done. You also need to understand one more thing. What we're doing today, from now on, you are facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. The other thing that you need to understand, if you ever get pulled over again, an officer is going to look up your record. If they come to your car and they smell alcohol or dope, they'll see a prior DWI. What do you think is going to happen? Right. So if I were you, even if you have a sip of alcohol, I wouldn't get into a car because it's huge risk. The other thing is that there's a surcharge of around $3,000 that they put on you. On a second, it's $6,000. Everyone makes mistakes. But if you continue to make mistakes that you endanger other people's lives, I'm really going to stick it to you. And it's going to be monetarily and with custody. You get it? I'm going to waive your fees now. But you come back here with the DWI. Get ready. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, guys. Good luck. Oh, I have to suspend your license. I have to suspend it. I'm going to do it for the minimum, which is 90 days. Don't drive until you get a license. Okay?
Even though it's already been suspended for 90 days,
I have to. Yeah.
on top of that,
Does he have an ALR suspension?
There was an issue with the ALR hearing and he never had a letter come through, long story short.
Did it get suspended through the
It was
ALR?
suspended through the ALR.
Okay. I can credit you for that, for the suspension, but you're going to have to get them the dates so that they can, yeah. Okay. You were charged with 3 cases. You were charged with 1 count of assault of a family member. You're also charged with 2 different counts of harassment. You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 40 days in jail with credit for the 40 days that you have done on the assault case, and they're going to dismiss your 2 other cases. This is how you understand the agreement.
Yes.
You need to understand that this is a very serious matter that you're undertaking at this time. You're pleading guilty to this assault. It will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. There is also what's called an affirmative finding of family violence. That means that if you ever pick up another case like this again, you will be charged with a 3rd-degree felony. You will be looking at a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison. And it doesn't have to be a knockdown punch to the face. All it needs to be is you grab someone's arm and squeeze just so that there's a little bit of pain. And you will be looking at up to 10 years in prison. Do you understand? Pain is not what you think. It's what the other person perceives. You can never own a gun or ammunition as a result of this plea bargain agreement as well. You pick up a gun, you're looking at a Class A misdemeanor in and of itself. You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it will go on your record and it will be there for the rest of your life. You understand?
Yes.
You still want to do this?
¿Todavía quieres esto?
No.
¿Quieres hacer esta declaración?
Pues hacerme culpable, sí.
I want to say I'm guilty, yes.
All right.
¿Está bien?
I will find you guilty,
Yeah, culpable.
Okay.
send it to you to the agreement. Your other 2 cases will be dismissed on motion of the state. Good luck to you, sir. Mr. De Leon, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement. They're offering you 15 days in jail with credit for the 5 days that you've done. Is this how you understand the agreement?
Sí, señor. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You need to understand that after today, this charge will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you are facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. So what we're doing today will not happen again. Do you understand? Well, will probably not happen again. Do you understand? You give
Yes.
up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. Mr. De Leon, if you ever get pulled over in a car, the first thing an officer does is they look at your record. If they come to your window and they smell alcohol or dope and they see that you have a prior DWI, it's probably not going to go well for you. So if I were you, even if you've had 1 beer, don't get into a car. Do you understand? Is it true or untrue that you had a .15 or above?
¿Verdad?
True.
Okay, true, the enhancement. How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I will find you guilty. I'm going to sentence you to the agreement. One more thing you need to understand is that there is a $3,500 surcharge that goes onto you because of this DWI. I will waive this for you now, but if you continue to endanger my public, a second DWI is a $6,000 surcharge, not to mention a minimum of 90 days. So you pick up another DWI, get ready because you will get it. You will get it. And if you're not in this country with permission, you go to jail and do some kind of time, you will probably get an immigration detainer. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, I am suspending your license for 90 days. Do not drive until you get a license.
Right now, I can say.
There's nothing for you out there. Let me express my extreme disappointment that you've now picked up a fourth case. Cannot tell you how disappointed I am. With us in October, terroristic threat. 2 weeks later, another terroristic threat. 2 months later, a reckless driving. And now you've picked up a felony evading in a motor vehicle. Can you tell me what happened in the latest case, please?
The evading, Your Honor?
Please.
Yes, Judge. So in the evading, it was on February 7th, 2025, and the officers observed a vehicle driving recklessly on Mason Road and initiated a traffic stop. The vehicle proceeded to drive at a faster rate of speed and changed lanes when unsafe through moderate traffic, endangering other drivers. The vehicle evaded for approximately half a mile and ultimately entered a parking lot and parked the vehicle behind a restaurant on Mason Road. And at that point, the black male wearing a bright orange shirt exited the vehicle to the driver's door and ran through a large tree bush and evaded on foot. And it looks like he continued to evade, and he was approached as he ran on foot, moving across all lanes of traffic, ultimately coming to a stop due to him slipping and falling. So after evading for half a mile, he just ran on foot, Your Honor.
Judge, I know that that's not our case down here. My assumption, this is a broad assumption, is that perhaps given Mr. Jenkins's recent run-ins with the law, maybe those cops are familiar with him in that area. I don't know, it didn't articulate how he drove recklessly for the initial stop, but I think Mr. Jenkins maybe has some, I think he expressed to me that he thinks he's being treated unfairly.
Yeah.
So I don't think he was doing this out of his own safety.
You now have a fourth open case. You know, sometimes we have to protect people from themselves because they are their own worst enemy. I think that you're a danger to the public. You refuse to comply with bond conditions. You have a reckless driving with us. You were ordered not to drive recklessly, and now you've picked up an evading in a motor vehicle. I don't know what to tell you, but Mr. Jenkins, I'm now going to revoke the bond on all the cases, and I'm going to set them high because you are a danger to my public. And I've told you over and over and over and over, if you endanger my public, there's only one thing I'm going to do. So now I'm going to set each of your bonds at $10,004. I am now taking away your privilege to drive. You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive, Mr. Jenkins. And I'm going to tell you that if I find, because I don't know if you're going to bond out, you know, your now bonds are going to set about $40,000. So if you do bond out, you're going to be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. If I find that you drive, and I'm also going to put a weapon on here, if I find that you're in possession of a weapon, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm also going to order you to have a curfew of 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. We have resources here. We have all kinds of things to give to people. Cell phones, tablets, places to live, food to eat. All you have to do is ask, and we can give you things. But now you've repeatedly shown me that you're going to do whatever you want to do, to hell with any conditions that a judge puts on you. That's what you have effectively told me by picking up a fourth case and a felony case at that. So what you tell me now goes in one ear, goes out the other ear. I just can't. The unfortunate part is that these felony cases take a very long time to resolve. And I guess we'll track it. It looks like the felony is set for March 20th. If you want the next day, I'm happy to do it.
Well,
Whatever you would like to do.
See what's the chance of going, I don't want to put them in custody. If there's some resolutions that we can work on. I think one of them was Nixon's brother, the other one was waiting on some surveillance that may have come in already.
Okay. Well, take your time, whatever you want. But as it stands now, you're too dangerous for me, Mr. Jenkins. You scare me. So, all right, we'll have you come up short to us and we'll talk to you soon. Mr. Ely.
I have Daniel Portillo. He is here and he may need bond conditions.
Wow, he made a surety bond on all those cases. Come up, Mr. Portillo. I'm ready to set these for trial. It's 250 days. He's got 5 open cases and they're very serious. What conditions, do you know what the felony court?
I have it pulled up.
Okay, Felicia, this is Mr. Portillo.
Yes, Judge. Let me pull 'em up.
What felony conditions do we have, please? Bless you.
Can't go within 200 feet of the 7015 Foray Road. No contact with Jose Cantu and Teresa Portillo Cantu. Drug and alcohol testing. Travel restricted to remain in Harris County and contiguous counties. No firearms. No.
Do you have a leg monitor on right now?
No, sir.
I'm putting one on you now and I'm giving you a curfew. I don't want you out in the middle of the night. I don't want you to have any weapons and I'm going to have you sign an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to have any weapons. You have with us a disorderly conduct, a discharging a firearm. You have 2 felony assaults, a burglary, a habitation, and now you picked up a failure to ID as a fugitive from justice. Your cases are 250 days old and it's now time to set these for trial. Do you have an offer on these cases?
Oh, look, Your Honor. So
There's not.
there's not, Your Honor.
Counsel, what?
I need you to put one on today. It's 250 days.
Counsel, what
Yes,
bond
Judge.
conditions were you referring to? I don't see any bond conditions. And are you looking at the motion for bond conditions or the file bond conditions? Because I currently don't see any.
It's 1875107.
Okay.
Order for pretrial.
Absolutely. Okay. Judge, so you would like to match and add a GPS today?
Yeah. And I want to put a curfew,
Yes, Judge.
7 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Your Honor, he is working in construction from 7 to 5, so
I'm ready to put these babies to bed. I'm not dealing, I mean, it's just way too much drama for me. Mr. Portillo, we have way too many so I'd like you to put an offer today.
Yes, Judge.
I want you to speak with your lawyer to see if that's something that you guys, if not, I'm setting your cases for trial today. Do you understand? Take a seat for me, sir.
Judge, would you like to remain in Harris County as well? Yeah.
I have quite a bit of history with Mr. Portillo, not only with the 5 open cases, with other priors that we have had with him. And so let's see, can you put an offer on the cases? Let's see what you guys want to do and then come back and just let me know. Please.
Armstrong?
and I just got discovery today on the new one, so
250 days.
well, the
you
new one
just
is,
got
the new one
discovered.
is from December. I mean, there's everybody else.
Okay, I'll give you one reset.
Okay.
I didn't realize that the case is from December. I was looking at the first one where it's from 2023. So
I was appointed December 19th, so I mean, this is really,
I'll give you a setting.
okay.
It's just way too much drama for me and just too much. And it's time for,
He does have, I think, felony on March 12th, so could I do it maybe after that to see, and then if it's done
at that
resolved.
setting, when we come back, I mean, is discovery complete on the failure to ID?
On the fellow ID? Let me see, Your Honor.
I mean, I just talked.
Yes, Judge, discovery is complete on the Felony ID.
Okay.
It looks like there's just 2 videos that need to be shared to you, and we can share those right now.
I mean, are these it?
Because there's also these 2 that just popped up.
Okay,
So, yeah,
okay.
we'll make sure those are shared too.
Mr. Portillo, come up. This is an affidavit that you're going to swear to me today that you're not going to have any possession of any weapons whatsoever for any reasons. If I find that you have a weapon, I can have a contempt hearing, and every time it's punishable by up to 6 months of jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand? I will do everything in my power to protect my county at all costs. Do you understand? I'm giving you 30 days. It is your responsibility between now and then to meet with Mr. Elek. When you come back, you must either accept the plea bargain agreement or your case will immediately be set for trial. You understand? Come on. Okay, you got it.